Like, coach would be like, hey, man, we practicing at 10. LeBron be like, no, we practicing 12. All right, practice at 12. And I was like, God damn.
Shaq just dropped a bombshell about Kobe and LeBron's relationship, and it goes way deeper than the tired Kobe versus LeBron debate. What he revealed pulls back the curtain on respect, ego, and the ugly side of NBA superstardom. That one little moment, to Kobe, it spoke volumes. Kobe was all about discipline, structure, and grinding for every ounce of respect. He never believed in shortcuts, and he definitely didn't buy into the idea of someone walking in and calling the shots just because of hype. Here's where Shaq's truth hits hard. LeBron has been the lightning rod for hate since day one. This wasn't just hype. This was a coronation before he even stepped foot in the court. Sports Illustrated slapped him on the cover at 17 years old and branded him the chosen one. Imagine that pressure. You haven't played a single NBA game, and the world already expects you to dethrone Michael Jordan. That kind of crown is heavy, and it turned admiration into resentment real quick. LeBron got drafted to a hometown Cavaliers, a storybook setup. But let's be honest, that roster was pure trash. He dragged them all the way to the 2007 NBA Finals practically by himself. And yeah, they got swept by the Spurs, but even making it that far was legendary. Still, fans didn't want patience, they wanted a savior. And when the rings didn't come fast enough, they turned on him. Then came The Decision, that ESPN special where LeBron said he was taking his talents to South Beach. That's the moment the NBA world flipped upside down. Jerseys burned in Cleveland. Fans crying betrayal in the streets. Cavs owner Dan Gilbert even typed up that infamous Comic Sans letter, calling LeBron a coward and a fraud. And it wasn't just Ohio. Even neutral fans saw it as weak. To them, LeBron didn't want the grind, so he went shopping for rings. Miami gave him 2 championships, but people never respected those trophies. They felt staged, bought, not earned the way Kobe or MJ built theirs. And that Heat pep rally where he bragged about not 1, not 2, not 3, that just cemented the image of him being cocky, entitled, and desperate for a shortcut to greatness. LeBron eventually returned to Cleveland and pulled off one of the most iconic finals wins ever, down 3-1 against the record-breaking 73-9 Warriors. That 2016 ring should have silenced every critic. But by then, the hate had its own momentum. People weren't letting go, no matter what he achieved. Then he dipped again, this time to the Lakers. Instead of celebrating the man who delivered the title to a cursed franchise, critics called it another legacy grab. They said he was just trying to sneak into the Lakers' royal family alongside Magic, Kareem, and Kobe. Even when he delivered in 2020, haters branded it the Mickey Mouse ring. No fans, no travel. Bubble basketball. They claimed it didn't count. And when domination in year 21 looked unreal, whispers turned into wild accusations. PEDs. Of course, no proof, just salty talk. But that's the point. People can't accept that LeBron's greatness might actually be real instead of respect.
Do you think I was pissed when you got number 5?
Of course you were.
Oh,
no
heated.
doubt.
I tore my house up.
No doubt. I bet you did.
No, I went crazy.
They'd rather invent reasons to tear him down. Here's the kicker. People don't just hate LeBron because of the way he moves. They hate him because he keeps winning. He keeps breaking records. He passed Kobe. He passed Kareem. He's the all-time scoring leader. and MJ loyalists can't stomach it. For some fans, it's not about what LeBron does on the court. It's about what his success does to their heroes' legacies. Every single time LeBron climbs higher on those all-time lists, it feels like he's stepping on a legend's shoulders. And fans take that personally. It's like he's rewriting history in real time. And not everyone wants to see their idols pushed aside. Now let's get into Kobe. See, Kobe and LeBron never actually faced off in the finals. Fate just kept them apart. But don't get it twisted, the tension was real. Kobe's Mamba mentality was all about grinding it out the hard way. No shortcuts, no buddy passes. And then here comes LeBron, jumping teams, stacking stats, and forming super squads with his friends. You think Kobe respected that? Nah. Even if he never outright said it, the shade was there. Kobe was slick with it too, dropping lines like, "I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9 because it means I stopped shooting." That wasn't just a quote, that was a dagger.
Kobe, I've been knowing you for a long, long time. I've always wanted to ask you this question. We kind of have similar backgrounds. I'm from New Jersey. I know you're from the Philadelphia area. You moved to Italy. I was, hanging out in Germany as a youngster. How was it growing up in Italy?
A subtle way of saying, I'm cut from a different cloth. And fans ate that up. It only fueled the divide between Kobe loyalists and the LeBron faithful. But this isn't just about basketball. LeBron's voice off the court makes waves too. He speaks out on police brutality, racism, politics. He even clashed with Fox News' Laura Ingraham after she tried to clown him with "shut up and dribble." That moment went viral, but it also turned political disagreements into personal hate. People who didn't vibe with his message turned their dislike into a mission. And then there's social media.
That's why I was the first one to come grab you and say, "Hey, I know everybody's laughing and giggling now, but one day people will fear you at the end of the game." So I knew that about you as an 18-year-old. It was fun.
The weapon MJ and Kobe never had to deal with. LeBron grew up in the Twitter era, the Instagram era. His every flop, every passive-aggressive post, every wine glass selfie became instant ammo for haters. That kind of 24/7 spotlight creates a level of scrutiny no legend before him ever faced. The GOAT debates, pure war zones online. His fans scream he's the greatest ever. His haters scream louder, and it never stops. Here's the kicker. Some folks think LeBron is just too calculated, like he's always aware of the camera, always protecting the brand. Whether it's Taco Tuesday skits or cryptic tweets, the vibe for some is that it's staged, not raw. Fans want their heroes messy, flawed, human. LeBron's polish, his self-awareness, his image control. It rubs people the wrong way because it feels too perfect. But here's the twist. While the hate piles up, LeBron still gives back in ways that silence even his critics.
Well, he's part of the Laker family.
Right.
So when he first came on board, I said, "Listen, is there anything you need? You are now family now. You're part of this tradition. So if there's anything you need, just let me know."
He built the I Promise School in Akron. He's paying tuition, sending kids to college, creating opportunities when most athletes just sign autographs. He uses his voice when plenty of stars stay silent. And instead of respect, people accuse him of clout chasing. Like even his charity work is fake. Damn, the man really can't win on or off the court. But the truth? It comes down to one thing. Familiarity breeds contempt. We've seen this man on our TVs, phones, and headlines for over 20 years straight, 2 decades of living in our feeds. And when someone is that constant in your life, you start nitpicking, searching for cracks. It happened to Tom Brady. It's happening to Patrick Mahomes. Even MJ wasn't safe back in the day. But LeBron, his hate is louder because the world is louder. And here's the crazy part. One day, when it's over, people are going to wish they appreciated him more. The no-look passes, the thunderous dunks, the chase down blocks, the insane basketball IQ, the fact that he's still dropping 30, 10, 9 nights in his late 30s is unreal.
The most remarkable transformation occurred between Shaq and Kobe, whose fierce rivalry gradually gave way to mutual respect and eventual reconciliation.
That level of longevity, we've never seen it. Maybe fans don't love his choices, but when the dust settles, LeBron James is going down as one of the greatest to ever touch a basketball. You can hate the way he moved, but you can't deny what he achieved. But let's be real. If you think the Kobe-LeBron tension was spicy, the Shaq versus Kobe feud, that was straight up legendary drama. Now, here's the twist. Shaq isn't exactly LeBron's biggest fan either. Sure, he's given him props over the years, even calling him the king in a 2010 Esquire interview. But when it comes to the GOAT debate,
Told me to take the trophy home.
That's right.
Remember that?
I did.
And I took it home and I gave it to Sharif.
Yeah.
And I realized then, I was like, I think I may have messed something up, because a lot of times that our beef was going on, you know me, I'm the master marketer.
Mm-hmm.
About 60% of the time, I would just say it just to keep it going. But like when you did that, when you didn't have to do that, because usually they take it and they mail it, because like Shaq, and Sharif loves you. So he said, here you go, Sharif, and you gave him the trophy.
Shaq always draws a line between Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron. In a 2024 Fox News article, Shaq flat out said, when you're playing against Michael or Kobe, you're scared. I'm not saying you're not scared of LeBron, but you're more scared of Kobe and Michael Jordan. That wasn't just analysis. That was Shaq throwing shade in plain sight. What he meant was simple. Kobe and Jordan had that cold-blooded killer instinct, the psychological warfare that could break opponents before the game even tipped off. LeBron, his greatness comes from insane physical gifts, unmatched court vision, and sky-high basketball IQ. But the fear factor, Shaq says, it's not the same. And fans ran wild with that take. Fast forward to March 26th, 2025. LeBron hops on the Pat McAfee show and fires a shot of his own. He clowns the weird energy from people constantly trashing today's NBA, and everybody knew he was talking about Shaq and Charles Barkley. These two have built their brands roasting the modern game. And Shaq, he didn't let that slide. On April 5th, 2025, Shaq clapped back, saying LeBron's insane longevity and success are thanks to playing in what he called a cupcake era. In Shaq's eyes, today's game is soft compared to the bruising battles of the 80s and 90s. That wasn't just commentary. That was a direct jab at LeBron's legacy. And it exposed a generational divide that's splitting the NBA world wide open. Shaq and Barkley loved to remind everyone how physical their era was, how toughness and intimidation ruled the floor. That kind of mindset, fueled by pride, dominance, and straight up hostility, was the same energy that powered the infamous Shaq versus Kobe war in the Lakers dynasty years. To understand it, you've got to rewind back to 1996. An 18-year-old Kobe Bryant walks into the Lakers locker room, fearless, flashy, and hungry. On the other side, Shaquille O'Neal, already an established superstar, already one of the most dominant forces the league had ever seen. From day one, their relationship was a cocktail of mutual respect and tension. Shaq thought Kobe was too much of a showboat, too focused on highlight moves instead of team play. And Kobe, he kept his distance, carrying himself with a confidence that many read as arrogance. That oil and water dynamic was clear right from the jump, captured perfectly in their infamous early interviews. Years later, Shaq himself admitted he saw it coming, remembering their first encounters with a smirk. That innocent back and forth laid the foundation for what became one of the most explosive partnerships and most chaotic feuds in NBA history. Two all-time greats cut from different cloths, forced to share the same stage. The respect was there, but so was the rivalry. And when Shaq and Kobe clashed, the whole league felt it. The fire between Shaq and Kobe exploded in front of the world during the 1998 playoffs against the Utah Jazz. Shaq fouls out, and the spotlight suddenly shifts to a teenage Kobe Bryant, who tried to take over, only to brick 4 straight air balls in overtime. Brutal. But instead of clowning him, Shaq shocked everyone by praising Kobe's guts and predicting greatness. That early show of faith revealed the complicated nature of their bond. Rivals, teammates, brothers in battle, but never truly at peace. Despite all the tension boiling beneath the surface, the duo turned into a wrecking machine. From 2000 to 2002, they stormed the league, winning 3 straight NBA championships, with Shaq snatching finals MVPs every single time. But behind the celebrations, cracks were spreading fast. Different views on leadership, training, and who really ran the Lakers created a storm that was about to blow wide open. By 2003, the gloves were off. Shaq started throwing bombs in the media, firing lines like, "Just ask Carl and Gary why they came here." One person, not two, one. Period. That was a direct shot at Kobe, while veterans Karl Malone and Gary Payton stood caught in the middle of the drama. Meanwhile, Kobe fired back by blasting Shaq's conditioning and leadership, airing dirty laundry for the entire league to hear. The feud reached its peak during the 2004 NBA Finals against the Detroit Pistons. The Lakers, packed with star power, collapsed under the weight of their own dysfunction. The lack of chemistry wasn't just obvious, it was embarrassing. In hindsight, both Shaq and Kobe admitted their immaturity added fuel to the fire, but at the time, the damage was irreversible. That loss shattered the dynasty. Shaq was shipped off to Miami, while Kobe locked in with LA on a monster $136 million contract. Two titans, once unstoppable together, now enemies on separate paths. But the drama didn't end with a breakup. Their rivalry shaped how both men carried themselves, how they treated teammates, and even how Kobe viewed LeBron James later on. You can't understand Kobe's coolness toward LeBron without first understanding the scars left from his war with Shaq. After Shaq's exit, Kobe was determined to prove he could lead on his own. No more shadows. At the same time, the NBA's next phenom was arriving, LeBron James, drafted number 1 overall in 2003 by the Cleveland Cavaliers. he was crowned the chosen one before he ever played a pro game. While Kobe fought to carve out his legacy as the undisputed face of the Lakers, LeBron was positioned as the heir to Michael Jordan's throne. The comparisons? Unavoidable. Fans, analysts, and players themselves couldn't stop debating. Kobe, the ruthless assassin who clawed out of Shaq's shadow versus LeBron, the prodigy carrying impossible expectations. That professional rivalry fueled years of tension, even if it never boiled over into open warfare the way it did with Shaq. In interviews, Kobe often spoke carefully about LeBron. On SportsCenter, he admitted they shared experiences as part of the Lakers family, but the vibe was clear. There was respect, not worship. Kobe's message always carried an edge, a reminder that his path was built through struggle, not hype. Now picture the late 2000s. The NBA world was desperate for the ultimate clash. Kobe Bryant at his absolute peak, LeBron James rising fast, both larger-than-life icons with everything on the line. Fans dreamed of a final showdown, a collision between two titans that could have defined an era. The hype was insane, but fate kept it just out of reach. In 2009, the stars looked perfectly aligned. LeBron had just carried the Cleveland Cavaliers to a franchise-best 66-15 record, snatching his first MVP trophy and cementing himself as the face of the league. On the other side, Kobe was locked in, determined to reclaim his throne after a bitter finals loss the year before. The entire basketball world was buzzing. The Kobe versus LeBron showdown felt inevitable. But then, disaster struck. Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic crushed the dream in the Eastern Conference Finals, shocking everyone by knocking LeBron out. Fans were stunned, robbed of the matchup they had been begging for. Kobe and the Lakers went on to dismantle Orlando, giving Kobe his fourth ring. But the Kobe versus LeBron finals remained the greatest what if in NBA history. And here's the twist. Despite never meeting on that stage, the respect between them ran deep. LeBron once praised Kobe's mid-range game, saying it was by far one of the best that we have. Kobe, for his part, admitted their shared drive bonded them. There is a mutual respect that we have for one another. It's that level of respect that enables us to perform at a high level. LeBron has even openly confessed regret about missing the showdown. He admitted, "I didn't hold up my end of the bargain in 2009 for the fans, for us to meet in the finals. I know the world wanted it. I wanted it. We wanted it. He held up his end, and I didn't hold up mine. And I hate that. I hate that it didn't happen. That's not beef. That's raw honesty, and it shows just how much the rivalry meant, not only to fans, but to the players themselves." Now, while Kobe and LeBron kept things respectful, the most shocking transformation came from the once toxic Shaq and Kobe saga. Their feud was brutal. Fights, insults, icy stares. But over time, the bitterness melted into something real. The first crack in the ice came at the 2009 NBA All-Star Game when Kobe and Shaq were crowned co-MVPs. In a stunning gesture, Kobe told Shaq to take the trophy home and give it to his son, Sharif. Shaq later admitted that moment broke him emotionally. It was bigger than basketball. That act of grace became the seed of reconciliation. Years later, when Kobe tragically passed in 2020, Shaq's tribute was heart-wrenching. He said, There are no words to express the pain I'm feeling. By the time Kobe's statue was unveiled in 2024, Shaq had fully come around, calling Kobe the most competitive player I've ever seen and the best teammate I ever had. Think about that. From open warfare to the deepest respect, their story shows how rivalries can transform into legacies bound forever. And when you pull back the curtain, that's what this is all about. Shaq, Kobe, LeBron. These aren't just players, they're titans who changed the entire DNA of basketball. Shaq, the unstoppable giant from Newark, New Jersey, who bulldozed his way into history. Kobe, the assassin who lived and breathed the grind, redefining what obsession with greatness really looked like. And LeBron, the prodigy turned legend, carrying the impossible weight of the chosen one and somehow living up to it. Basketball is more than a game. It's a stage where legacies are written in fire, sweat, and blood. And the stories of Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James will echo forever, shaping how future generations understand greatness itself. At LSU, Shaquille O'Neal wasn't just a player. He was a phenomenon. Towering at 7 feet 1 inch, he was putting up cartoon numbers: 21.6 points, 11.4 rebounds, and nearly 4 blocks a game. He was swatting shots like flies, breaking rims, and turning college basketball into his personal playground. By the time the 1992 NBA draft rolled around, it was a no-brainer. The Orlando Magic made Shaq the #1 pick, a decision that instantly reshaped the future of the league. Shaq's rookie season, historic. He bulldozed the NBA with 23.4 points and 13.9 rebounds a night, snatching Rookie of the Year and proving he was a once-in-a-generation force. He wasn't just big, he was unstoppable, a mountain with agility that defied physics. Kobe Bryant's road couldn't have been more different. Born in Philly to NBA vet Joe Jellybean Bryant, Kobe was basketball royalty from the crib. But instead of college, Kobe jumped straight from Lower Merion High School into the NBA spotlight. Drafted 13th overall in 1996 by the Charlotte Hornets, and traded that same night to the Lakers. At just 19, he became the youngest starter in All-Star Game history. But what made Kobe different wasn't talent alone. It was obsession. Sunrise workouts, endless practice, an addiction to improvement so intense it became legend. The Mamba mentality wasn't just a slogan, it was a way of life. And when Kobe dropped 81 points on the Toronto Raptors in 2006, the second highest single game total in NBA history, it wasn't luck, it was destiny. By the end, he stacked 5 championships, 2 Olympic golds, and an MVP. His name carved in basketball immortality. Then came LeBron James, the kid from Akron who carried the weight of the world before he could even drive a car. Raised by a single mother, Gloria James, LeBron grew up in tough circumstances, but his athletic gifts made him a national story before he even hit 18. By high school, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated with the words, "The Chosen One," stamped across his chest. No high school athlete had ever been hyped like this. In 2003, the Cleveland Cavaliers took him first overall, and suddenly the league had something new. A 6' 9" beast with the vision of a point guard, the power of a forward, and the flair of a playmaker. LeBron wasn't just a player. He was the blueprint for the modern NBA superstar. And when you line them up side by side, the numbers scream greatness. Shaq averaged 23.7 points, 10.9 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks. Raw dominance that made him the most terrifying force in the paint the NBA has ever seen. Kobe crafted 25.0 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 4.7 assists. Pure artistry. Every basket a carefully painted masterpiece of footwork, precision, and willpower. And LeBron, he shattered the mold with 27.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7.3 assists. Stats that prove he could do it all, everywhere, every night. But greatness isn't just measured in numbers. It's in the rings. Shaq bulldozed his way to 4 titles, 3 with the Lakers and 1 in Miami. Kobe reigned supreme with 5, all in purple and gold, proving he didn't need to jump teams to etch his dynasty. And LeBron, his legacy continues to evolve, stacking championships across eras, chasing ghosts while still making history in real time. These 3 didn't just play basketball, they rewrote it. Shaq was the immovable force, Kobe the relentless assassin, and LeBron the chosen one who became the king. Legends like this don't come around often, and when they clash, the game itself changes forever. LeBron's journey saw him conquer the NBA with 4 championships across 3 different franchises. 2 with the Miami Heat, 1 with his hometown Cleveland Cavaliers, and 1 with the legendary Los Angeles Lakers. But his story, like Shaq's and Kobe's, was never just about basketball. Shaq wasn't only a player, he was a walking spectacle. The man turned himself into a global brand, proving the big man could dominate both on the court and in entertainment. Kobe Bryant became more than an athlete. His Mamba mentality evolved into a worldwide code of excellence, inspiring millions to chase greatness with relentless focus. And LeBron James, he redefined what it means to be an athlete in the modern world, using his voice, his influence, and his power to drive social change while building an empire beyond the game. When you really step back, these 3 weren't just hoopers. They were cultural architects. Shaq, Kobe, and LeBron reshaped how we see basketball, how we see athletes, and how we define greatness itself. Each represented a unique era of evolution, but all left legacies bigger than the box score. And here's the wild truth. This story isn't just about rivalries or who hated who. It's about transformation, growth, and inspiration. These icons showed us what it looks like to dominate, to evolve, and to keep rewriting the rules of what's possible. And make no mistake, the ripple effect of their influence will echo across the game for generations to come. So here's the question for you. When the dust settles decades from now, whose impact will truly stand tallest? Shaq, Kobe, or LeBron? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button. Share this with your crew. And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping basketball stories.